Welcome to episode 2 of the Hey Steph podcast. I'm Justin. This is Steph. Hey, Steph.
Hey, Justin.
Today, we are going to talk about the power of laughter.
Very powerful.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of cool, and it kind of fits with what we sort of do every day.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be fun to just kind of talk about some of those, some of the things that laughter does for you. So as usual, before we start, we have to thank the Schmick Agency for supplying.
He's a good kid.
Once it's figured out, this is your pink microphone that the Schmick Agency provided. So we will get that figured out.
Yeah.
So this is a low budget deal. Okay, we're not a high budget place, but
okay, but I'm in love with it, and so why are you?
I'm just saying it's a low budget deal because I haven't figured out how to plug 2 mics in.
Well,
yeah, I'm learning as I go
low budget.
Here.
Yeah, we can't hire the help.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
It's hard to find good help.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it, okay?
Yeah.
So I did research a little bit.
I'm impressed.
Briefly before this podcast started.
Did you cite your sources?
I did.
Oh!
My sources. I did.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
It sounded kind of judgy.
I wasn't judging. I was just gonna. That's what judgmental. I was just thinking because it just says, usually when you cite your sources, you say like what page it's from or like what.
Yeah, nobody cares about that. I'm not turning in a book report.
I care. I'm a nerd like that. I care.
No.
We can confirm.
Okay. Well, it was from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't on a page. It was on an internet page.
Sure, but there's okay. Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Okay.
Just know it was on the internet. It must be true.
I did some research. No, good stuff. This is from Mayo Clinic.
Oh, I know.
I know who that is. That's a thing.
That is a thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mayo Clinic.
It's not what I originally thought it was, where they just treat you with different types of mayo.
With condiments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's not. No.
But it should be a really cool.
The ketchup clinic is.
Sure. Where's that?
Oh, if you don't know where it is, you can't afford it.
I do like sauces.
Sauces?
Like ranch and barbecue and
ranch is the
all
best.
of it. It really is.
I can't even eat pizza at this point without ranch.
No, well, I can't eat anything really. I think
anything without ranch. Funk bring us over some donuts.
I feel like the bread part of the donut would be fine.
You take the inside out.
Yeah, I'm disgusting. I'm not a monster.
Yeah, well, jury's out. Anywho. Mayo Clinic just had a little article on some of the short-term benefits of laughter. So, one, it stimulates your organs, and not the ones in church, the ones in your body. I had to double-check it. Laughter...
Did you look on the internet for that, too?
Yes, organs in church and then organs in your body.
What site was that on?
www.bodyorgans.com.
Oh, that's
I got red flagged. I'm red flagged.
Yeah.
Yeah, my FBI agent is watching now.
You're spyware.
But, okay, can I get to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sorry, squirrel.
Laughter enhances the intake of oxygen-rich air because you're breathing and laughing.
Yeah.
And then it stimulates your heart, lungs, and muscles, which will increase endorphins that are released by your brain, which is kind of cool, I think.
Oh, almost.
Yeah, but not.
I'm gonna go with it.
Sure. I didn't go to the gym. I just laughed a couple times. I watched Happy Gilmore and
if you
sweaty. Yeah.
breathe the right way, exhale and tighten your abs.
Sure.
It's like a workout.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna subscribe to this.
Mayo Clinic says that it also can actively relieve your stress response. So, laughing fires up and cools down your stress response. So it can increase and then decrease your heart rate and blood pressure. And I immediately thought of Dwight Schrute when I read that.
Of course you did.
Because Dwight Schrute says that he can raise and lower his blood pressure whenever he wants. And they're like, why would you raise your blood pressure? And he's like, so I can lower it. So shout out to Rainn Wilson and Dwight Schrute there. Yeah. But so it's a good, the result of that is a good relaxed feeling. Do you feel relaxed? You just laughed at that joke. Do you feel more relaxed?
Yeah.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And I feel like I had a good workout there.
Yeah, burn some calories.
Yeah. But I think when you can put the physical part to it, and the science to it. Like, never mind that, like, science. Never mind that, like, laughing, you know, you're like, oh, laughing makes me feel good. It's, you know, it makes the memories and whatever. But, like, when you can put actual physical evidence to it, I mean, it's a bonus.
And then why would you not laugh then? That's the question you got to ask yourself. So it stimulates
It's not funny.
circulation.
That's why you wouldn't laugh if it wasn't funny.
Well, what have you ever heard me say that wasn't funny?
I think, well, I could come up with a list, but maybe.
Okay.
You're welcome. I'll have that for you next time.
Sure. Okay. That's next 3. Why Justin's not funny. Posted by Steph. I'll just have to sit here.
Comments, submit your
Reasons
submission.
funny. Great. Yeah. Yeah. In the comments, please put together why I'm not funny. We can use it for another haters episode.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'll just cry. I'll be crying, just falling. As you text me once.
I just, let's that.
Yeah. But, yeah.
It's a good workout.
Sometimes laughter at other people's expense is great.
And that makes, it's not everybody.
Just my expense.
Well, yeah.
Cool.
Everyone serves a purpose in the world.
Fair.
Thank you.
So to move on, Mayo Clinic also said that there's some long-term effects that improve that like laughing does. So it improves your immune system. And the explanation, and I'm reading this because I'm not a doctor. Okay. So
You should have probably clarified that. Although, if you're confused and think this one is a doctor,
I'm a doctor of comedy. Comedy doctor.
yes,
Yeah.
self-proclaimed.
Claimed. So it says that negative thoughts manifest into chemical reactions that can affect your body and bring you more stress into your whole system, decreasing your immunity. So laughing and joking and being positive releases like endorphin type things. I don't know how to say that word, but it helps fight stress.
Where are you looking? Endorphin type.
No.
Oh,
Neuropeptides. Nailed it.
cooperation, right?
got it
That
right
was
before you did.
cooperation.
Yeah.
In 7th grade, Justin mispronounced cooperation.
Cooperation. It's how it's spelled. They should
Valid.
eliminate that.
They should.
It should be co-operation.
Cooperation, right here. But okay, I worked in a clinic for 13 years. And I can attest to this. There's so many times I worked in internal medicine, and that's 18 and over.
Isn't all medicine internal?
Yeah. No, not all of it actually, because like you can have things on the external too that need taken care of. Internal
Doesn't the medicine go inside?
yeah. Well, no, sometimes like topical, you know.
But it soaks in. It doesn't just sit there.
Sure, it's protective.
Okay. Sounds like what you did
Trying to be a doctor.
was made up.
Yeah, made up. I just pretended I worked at a clinic and had made up.
I'm Stephanie. I'm an intern.
Welcome to the clinic.
Lady doctor.
Why is it gotta be a lady? Like, why would you say hi, I'm a man doctor?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, you would. Okay, never mind. Take him.
Yep.
But there were so many patients that would come in, and you'd be amazed at the difference, like the happy, positive patients who come in. And I know people have ailments and they have, you know, diseases and things like that. But the people who even had those, you know, like life-threatening conditions that came in and had a positive outlook, they even looked 10, 15 years younger than what they were. You know, I vividly remember one of our patients was almost 90 and she looked 70.
And she
was like one of the happiest people I've ever met. It makes a difference, and vice versa. You know, sometimes the people who have, and again, I'm not knocking it because sometimes life sucks.
Sometimes it's okay to be sad.
Sometimes it's okay to be sad. I say that, I'm like, oh, sometimes I just want to have the worst. I want mine to be the worst day.
Yeah.
But sometimes those patients look older than they are. Like the physical effects are real. And I think too, then in my experience, it helps, like when you're positive about it and you know, you can see the bright side and you can laugh about things. It helps with the healing process. I feel like physical or mental, it just helps get you better. That's not what I want to say, but like I think it
changes your mindset, right?
It does, and you think you see the silver lining. Not that you're not being unrealistic, that the situation's not great, but there's a positive in everything. And if you can laugh about it, especially laugh at yourself, because that's not a lot of people can't do.
Right.
The pride gets in the way and they can't laugh at themselves. I laugh at myself every day.
That's something I have a little later in the notes too.
Sorry. I should have read the notes.
She doesn't even read them. I write everything, and she just shows up here. Just is
with that professionalism. Here I am. Roll up the carpet.
Yeah. But
yeah, where is it, by the way?
It's a little bit later, but it's like some people use it as, I don't want to say it's a defense mechanism, but a coping mechanism, right? Yeah. So like me, I'll do that anytime I'm in an awkward situation. My brain will immediately think of a joke for that awkward situation.
You do.
Yeah. I mean, a lot.
Yes.
And I know that I shouldn't say it, and I shouldn't make a joke of it.
Right.
But that's the way that I handle it.
And I think that's a valid comedy. Right. And I think, again, there's no right or wrong way, but I feel like a lot of this stuff, it's going to happen. It's going to happen whether you want it to or not. There's some things in life that you can't prevent, like people dying. So you can either look at it and, obviously someone dying, it's not awesome, but...
You just know Brett Craig is watching.
Oh, hi, Brett Craig. Yeah, we did. But that's something that's going to happen in life. So if there's moments, sometimes there are funny things, I guess I don't want to really give examples because it's a very personal thing. But I will tell you this. Lately, I have had enough experience with death, but I'm very blessed that there are people in my life who make it light, make it not doom and gloom,
Right. But even still, you have to have your time to...
Oh, definitely. I mean, and I guess that's a very extreme example, but still, it's a fact of life. The only guaranteed thing in life is death.
And taxes.
Oh, that is a saying.
Yeah, unless you don't pay them, then you see what happens.
That is a thing,
I got a couple letters about that.
You just keep putting them in this file.
Yeah, I'm being responsible.
I'm holding on to them.
I'm not paying it. I'm just,
Consistency.
But I can say one thing for sure. Who is calling?
You're so popular.
I can't answer this. If somebody's calling me, it might be Joe. I can't answer. I'm sorry.
You're so popular.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody's calling to warn me that something's wrong with our live feed or something. I have no idea. But one of the things I'm thinking about right now, because my back hurts, is laughter helps to relieve pain. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things that was on the list. Which I don't know. I laugh a lot and my back still hurts. But I think that laughter doesn't necessarily make you younger. So I just have to deal with it. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Tell me, girl.
I had to do it for dramatic effect. I had to swish the hair. But I'll tell you, a lot of the time I laugh because you do have to find the silver lining and the positive, right? People don't believe I'm as old as I am.
I do. You're significantly older than me. So that's how I would know.
Okay, well, aside from you. Yeah. And I'm not saying that to be well, people don't think I'm as... But I'm saying, as a testament to the fact that, you know what? I know that I've had a lot of crap, but there's always a silver lining. There's always something to find positive and the fun, not the funny.
Find the funny.
Find the funny.
You got it, Steph.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, it is 5:15, so we have to take a break to thank the Schmick Agency.
Yeah,
so we're going to take a quick break.
Hear that? It's your insurance rates ticking upward. Those big companies need to pay for sponsorships and spokespeople somehow, but it shouldn't come out of your pocket. Turn to Justin Schmick, your independent insurance agent. He'll review your insurance needs and point you in the right direction without all those high-pressure sales tactics. And with Schmick on your team, you won't be just another tick for the big companies.
I'm Justin Schmick. Give me a call at 920-718-0163. That's 920-718-0163. Or visit schmickagency.com.
Back from our little commercial break.
Thanks to the Schmick Agency.
Thank you again to the Schmick Agency for buying stuff with pink microphone. Yeah.
Shiny and pretty.
So on the second half of the podcast, how does laughter improve your mood? So many people experience depression, sometimes due to illness, and laughter can help, like we've talked about,
Right.
lessen your stress, right? So how do we get more laughter into our lives? So what do we do? You can always just hang out with me. You gotta
Sure.
get
Although,
fun in your life.
please let me know how not to.
How not to hang out with me? It's easy.
Okay, is it?
Go. You leave. Finish the podcast myself
Okay,
right now. I'll finish it.
finish it. Peace out.
Anyways, so I have another cited source that I thought was interesting. The National Institute of Health Instructing for like medical professionals has like a checklist of things.
Medical.
Yeah, like what you were, like a lady doctor made up
and just
internal
sat it, yeah.
medicine. Because that
Just sat at a.
that's like getting a
Brought a
early
chair
conduct
and-
ticket. It just covers everything. If you can't think of what else it is, I do internal medicine. Oh, internal medicine. Interesting.
Sure, I'm sure all the I don't know.
Not anything like those
internists are watching
external
right now,
folks,
but
those crazy.
yeah, that's a
kooks
different.
in
That's
external
just
medicine.
different. That's a different department.
The heck would external medicine even? Why do you even have to say internal? Why don't you just say medicine?
Practice, and there's internal internists. Like I said, they specialize in adult that's 18 and over.
So then why don't you say adult medicine?
Family practice is adult medicine too, but they also they are licensed to see under 18. I don't.
18 and up. Doctor.
I'm an 18 and up doctor.
I do internal medicine.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Like
I'm an
all-
internist.
An internist?
Yeah, like a family practitioner.
Oh, we got to be upsetting some doctors on here.
What's the wait? I work in the clinic.
I am. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, they didn't pick the name either. They just went to school. And I don't know.
Like the first doctor?
The first doctor was like, you know what I'm going to call
The
this?
first doctor probably was actually a barber and used to bleed people.
Actually, do you know what? Okay, this is, well, maybe it's not off topic because it made me
Maybe what happens? Is it going to be gross?
gross. It's just concerning. I somehow stumbled upon an article that was talking about serial killers and their day jobs, like, cause, showing like they're normal people, but like they also did this thing. Like 70% of them in this list were doctors of some kind.
Well, sure. You get all into tearing people apart.
Well, but some of them like
Were
general.
they internal or external?
They was,
medicine
most of them
doctors?
are general practitioners, which means they can see pretty much anybody.
But do they also do internal medicine? Okay.
Yeah.
Like I took,
maybe-
I took some Advil before this. Was that internal medicine?
No, that's just medication. That's just
that's-
medicating yourself.
Okay.
Oh, is it not connecting? But
I give up
that
on
was
something.
so that was my concern. I was like, 70% of these people are in a profession that you trust.
Yeah, and you were in that profession.
A doctor.
You were a lady doctor of internal medicine.
No, I just worked. No.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway,
That's what I
on
thought it is.
your
Hey, we're back on live.
medical facts for everyone site,
Yeah.
what did you say?
Yeah. I was paying attention to the dumb live keeps cutting out on us, but so on their training website, they have this little thing that's like how to make like patients more cooperative and better and feel better and all that kind of stuff. And these were some of the things that you can do to like just make the day better for them. So it was literally, the first one was literally just, you should smile.
And I know, but that makes me think like you just. I mean, I smile all the time. I smile at like
Smile is my favorite.
I might be related to Buddy the Elf, but my point is that is sometimes that can be creepy. Like you just walk up to somebody and smile. Like I smile in passing. I don't like force my smile. You can't force your smile on
like
someone.
randomly smile at people on the street. They mean like when you're talking to a patient.
I know, but it has to. I feel like a smile has to flow. It has
Like
to
you
be
can't be
genuine.
like, hello, Stephanie. Your scans show that there's something wrong with your left shoulder.
Smile. That's like, when you get graded in speech class and you have to have eye contact. So you read
Yes.
and then look up and then back down.
That's what I'm doing
that's
in
a
this
smile.
podcast today.
Yeah, that's what a smile. You read it and then
So that's what they want you to do. So if your doctors start doing that, it's because it's on the internet for them to learn. So just go into the doctor and say,
source.
You have a really you have a really bad foot fungus.
Or like even if you walk into the room with a plastered smile, like don't. Yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Johnson.
With dancing, like
How is the weather and the outsides? I'm an external medicine.
I'm so sorry to all the internal medicine doctors I've worked with. Sorry.
Well, that's all doctors.
No. He's confused.
I'm confused. All right. So number 2, other than smile, was plan to do jokes with your patients. So like, hey, you have a really terrible foot fungus, but it's not falling off.
No, I feel like that's finding the bright side. That's not a joke.
I suppose, yeah.
If you need jokes, you can just scroll back through ours.
If there's any doctors watching, you're looking for jokes.
Feel free to use Justin's.
They're all free.
I mean, that could be a service you could start providing, is they could like reach out to you and be like, I need a joke for this patient.
Well, they don't even have to. All they got to do is scroll through. They just got to find it.
If they wanted a specific one, sometimes, like if your foot fungus is going to make your foot fall off, you should probably have like a
foot joke?
Yeah, I mean, because really, if it's going to happen anyway, you should at least find the bright side to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well laugh now. Like, I'm going to step on my foot. Oh, I can't. It's not.
See, I picture the doctor coming in and like the lights going down and the light just comes
Oh, like a spotlight.
He the mic down like this and he's like,
Scrubs.
welcome to the doctor's office. I'm not funny thing about doctor's offices. They call them waiting rooms, and that's because you're waiting forever. And you go from one waiting room to another waiting room, but they don't call that still waiting room.
No.
They just a whole stand-up
I
set.
feel that makes me.
That was Seinfeld, I think.
Oh well, I pictured it very Scrubs-like.
Oh sure.
I like that. That's a good.
But that's how I see that. So the other thing was like with staff, and then probably it rubs off on everybody, but plan like silly themed dress up days for the nurses and the doctors. Now, at a certain point, you got to be careful because that's probably not professional.
Yeah.
I mean, the external doctors would do stuff like that, but not the internal guys.
The internal guys. You got to have a little prodding. But I think, too, when you plan those silly days or you plan something for the workplace, because it doesn't just have to be, we're focusing on hospitals and clinics and things, but like it doesn't have to, but I feel like this may surprise a lot of people, but I like to plan days, and I feel like we should always have dress up days, like theme days. It boosts morale and then you're happier, and then if you're taking care of patients, if you're happier, you're going to pass that on,
Yeah. But now we're just giving doctors advice, I feel like.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe hospitals can hire us to come and pep talk.
I have different dress up days during the week.
Yeah, we don't.
Today was shorts day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's sweatpants day.
Why?
Because I'm going to wear sweatpants.
Oh, I thought maybe, it's supposed to be hot.
Yeah, I'm going to be inside.
That's right. Working hard.
Yeah. I'm insurancing. Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Self-proclaimed.
So one of the other ones was like be a good sport and use self-deprecation, which is pretty much, I wrote a book on that.
Hashtag self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
Not hashtag, just copyright.
But I think that's a good one for everybody. I think that's one thing that I learned early on, even as in middle school, high school. You might as well make a joke about whatever it is that.
That's what got me.
Fun of you about, right?
Yeah, that's what got me.
I know it was a black T-shirt. But that's one of those things I tell my kids that too. Like, if people are laughing at you, just laugh with them.
Right.
Like, it's not, because that's going to slow down the whole train of being made fun of.
And you're not going to feel defensive because then you're on I don't mean the same playing field, but do you know what I mean? Like
you've already pointed it out, right? You pointed out the thing.
And
it's not like that doesn't become a thing anymore.
Right. And I think that gives us more self-awareness, and also it teaches us that pride can get in the way. And then, then all you're doing is, if you're mad that people are, because let's be honest, we do stupid stuff. We're quirks. We have quirks. And I'm always like, for me, I know I'm a big ball of emotion and energy from one end to the other. And
self-awareness
is huge. And I think that you don't have to, beat yourself up, but if you can find the funny in something you do, because I think like that, it kind of brings people together.
Yeah.
right?
And I think like, I don't know, for like, I know I do some things that are annoying. Shut up.
It's the fourth podcast. The
Yeah.
third one is not funny, and the
Annoying
fourth
stuff
is
Justin
annoying stuff Justin does.
But I feel like if before I do that annoying thing, because I'm gonna do it anyways. Like even sometimes when I text you about something, I'll say, "Hey, listen, you don't have to do anything about this right now, but it's in my brain and I need to get it out."
Yeah.
So I'm telling you.
Appreciate it as an overthinker and like, oh my god, I got to respond right now. That so you point out if you can beat them to the punch,
Right.
great.
Yeah.
Then you win.
Or like I've been going bald since I was sophomore in high school. So I've had to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like I had a receding hairline, and I looked like I could buy alcohol when I was a sophomore.
Actually, do you know what? One time when I was waitressing, I carded a guy because I was like, he looks young. Like he looks like he's young, but he could pass for old. And all I could think of was you. I'm like, at 18, you could have passed for 40. Well, not for 40, but do you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
That's just an age I throw out there.
I'm hoping I still can't pass for 40.
Well, mentally,
That's funny. That's really funny. So moving on, we only got a couple minutes left. So moving on, a couple things I wanted to talk about. How can we incorporate laughter more into our lives? Obviously, we don't really need to worry too much about that. But like, watch more of the jokes. That's one of the biggest ones. Just subscribe to our channel and watch our jokes. And Penny, please stop. I would say you spend more time with family and friends, and don't isolate yourself. Right.
Right. I think that's more. Yeah.
People.
Like be around people who bring you joy, who bring you laughter.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch funny movies or shows. Recommendations on that? I would say, what's your funniest show that you watch right now?
Oh, well, right.
Desperate Housewives or something weird like that.
Well, first of all, that's probably not weird.
90s.
I watch Friends. I love Friends.
Yeah.
Scrubs is really funny.
Okay.
I haven't got into. Don't kill me, but I haven't got into The Office. Just bits and pieces here. Parks and Recs. I like that one.
I love Parks and Rec.
That one's super funny.
Parks and Rec has the best line I've ever heard in a comedy series ever. It was Leslie was feeling sick, and Andy Dwyer was on the computer, and he's like, "I typed your symptoms into the computer, and it says you're having network connectivity problems." I lost it. That was the funniest line I've ever heard.
Good show.
I know, right?
Yes.
One of the other things I thought of was like, go do fun stuff. Go play. Go be a kid. Like even if you're an adult, just go.
Yes.
Go do something dumb and fun. And like if there's a slip and slide, go hammer that slip and slide. Get on that thing.
Yes, and then go see your internist when you.
Yeah, see your internal medicine guy then after that. So, all right. Well, we are at our 30-minute end. So the podcast is over. Today we talked about a lot of different ways to incorporate laughter into your life, what the benefits are of that, health and mentally.
Actual cited
sources. I said
medical source. Yes,
so they
you did.
Could,
you should
they
post
can't
those
be
in
mad at me
the comments
for using their information. So
I don't think that's how that works.
It was a great second podcast. As always, when you're watching on live, share this on Facebook. And I apologize for the sound not being on in the beginning. We had some technical difficulties, but please share either way, and you'll have a chance to win a T-shirt. And then we have one more time. We got to thank the Schmick Agency for sponsoring our podcast. All right, that's it. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.